friends, welcome back to Llamamakayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I'm so happy that you stopped by to visit with me today. Phoebe wants to come and say hi real quick too. This is my little Chihuahua. She's 4 years old, and she has to just come say hi for a minute, and then she's content to go back and get in her puppy bed. Huh, Phoebe's? Yeah. Her mama's spoiled baby. Really spoiled baby. But anyway, she wants to see if there's anything up here that might be of any good. It's just yarn. Sorry to disappoint you, baby. It's just yarn. Okay, go get in your puppy bed. Anyway, guys, if you are new here, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by to hang out and visit. And if you have been here many times and you're a returning friend, I'm very thankful that you return and hang out with me again. Love hanging out with you guys and just having a good day with you. So anyway, excuse me, I don't know why I started coughing all of a sudden. I haven't coughed. Like, I don't really have a cough. It's just when I talk a lot, I get dry. And I didn't bring anything to drink because I'm not going to stay here. We're going to move to my desk in a moment. But anyway, I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're having a great week. We're going to choose joy this week and just make the best of our day and the best of our week that we can. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, guys, so I have a yarn that is new to me. You might have used it before, and I want to hear all about it if you have. So this yarn is new to me. You may have noticed or seen on video, or if you've been, Loops and Thread is kind of changing some things up with their yarn, or let's say Michael's. But anyway, they're, doing some brands and stuff in Loops and Thread now. And this is the Loops and Thread Facet yarn. This did come from Michael's, and I'll just tell you about this yarn. It is 279 yards. It is a 4-weight yarn, and they do suggest using a 6mm hook, which I think is awesome because that's my favorite hook size. This color is called Summer Sunrise. Can anyone guess why I picked this color? Well, I will tell you. I live in Monroe, Louisiana, and Mardi Gras is a big thing here come February, March, February, somewhere around those months. And this is Mardi Gras colors all the way, all day long, okay? That purple, gold, and green, that just screams Mardi Gras to me. So I picked this because I feel like these colors represent Louisiana. So that's why I chose this colorway. And let's see if it tells anything else. It's 100% acrylic, so that's about all. Now, if you have used this yarn before, I have not, but if you have, please tell us in the comments what you made with it. Like, what project did you work this yarn up into? And that way you'll be, sharing with me, but you'll also be sharing with everyone else who's watching this video. They can come back later and read those comments and see what other people have made or hear about what other people have made with this. So that'll be interesting. Now, I pulled some of the yarn out, and it just doesn't feel like a normal acrylic yarn. And I guess that is because of the way it is spun or not spun. This yarn doesn't feel like it has any stretch to it to me, so I don't know if hats would be made up well with this yarn. If you've made a hat with this type of yarn, tell me, did it work out well, or did you think it made a great hat, or did you think it is not hat yarn? I'm thinking it may not be hat yarn, but I could be wrong because I've never used it, okay? I could very well be wrong. But I'm going to go to my desk and we're going to work up a swatch and talk about this yarn and see how it feels. Okay, so I invite you to come to my desk with me and let's crochet. Okay, friends, thank you for joining me at my desk.
I will tell you that I've already had to cut a knot out of this. And I have not crocheted with this at all. I had pulled some out just to kind of feel the yarn and see what was going on. And this yarn, like some of the yarn was going back through a thread of the yarn. And so I had ended up having to cut that out. So we'll see how this works up. If you are new here, I will tell you that because of my hand issues, I do have to use this little strap to get started with crocheting, and I keep different types of these straps all over the house wherever I might crochet, and this just happens to be the one that's at this desk. I have one at another desk. I have one at a table. I just have them all over the place. But anyway, I just have to use it to get started. So I'm just going to work up a granny square with this yarn and just see how this works up for me, how what I think about the yarn. Right now I'm not caring for the texture of the yarn, just to be honest. It's working okay on this hook, but it doesn't, I mean, I know this says it's 100% acrylic, but it just doesn't feel like other acrylic yarn to me, and I don't think I like this yarn. First off, I don't like how it's frayed out right there. So I did tie a little knot to keep that from, coming on up, and I'll cut that off later. Let me try that again. I bet a lot of people really do love this yarn. It's a texture thing for me, I think. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to chain 4. I'm making a granny square. And I'm going to slip stitch back into that first chain and pull my yarn through, slip stitch. Just telling you what I'm doing in case you can't see that well. So I chained 3, and I'm going to do a double crochet into the center area. Okay. That's 2 and 3. I really won't know much about it until after I get the center part made, and then I can switch to my hook without the strap, and I'll see how, I like crocheting with it then. But I would love to read in the comments what you have made with this yarn and your thoughts on the yarn. And if you're one of the first ones watching this video, come back and pull this video up again later so you can read the comments and see what other people think and what they've made with it. Now, I will say these stitches really do look nice. So I might not give up on the yarn just quite yet. But my initial thought is I don't like the feel of it. And I don't like that it doesn't have stretch. But the yarn seems to be feeling really thin right now. So I need to make 3 more double crochets in this little center area. Did I chain 3? No, I did not. I mean, chain 2. I didn't know if that was going to frog well or not. Okay, so I'm going to redo this last double crochet. Yeah, I don't know how well this crochet, how well it frogs. And I'm almost scared to even try. Like I said, I had to cut a knot out of it before I could ever use it. not liking that tail, so I'm gonna have to cut that off pretty soon. 2, and then this would be my 3rd double crochet, and I'm going to chain 2 and slip stitch back into my beginner section over here. And yes, I'm slip stitching into not the chain 3 but my first double crochet, because that's my preference. Not trying to change the way you crochet. You do it your way, I'll do it my way. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to change to my old faithful hook here. Okay, now I've made my centerpiece, and the stitches are looking a little better there. I mean, I'm liking how the stitch looks. So as we go around, I'll get a better idea of that. And we're going to start round 2. And I'm not color controlling. I'm just going to let this Louisiana yarn, it's not really Louisiana yarn, my nickname for it, I'm just going to let it play out and see what it wants to, how it wants to play out and build this granny square. Okay. I chained 2, and now I need to do 3 more double crochets in this little area. We're coming up to the part where I had to cut a little chunk out. And I'm going to pull that knot to the back side. Okay. And I'm a chain 1 between cluster person. Some people aren't. Some people are. It's no right or wrong way. It's however you like to do it. It is gliding on the hook very nicely. I guess it is thinner and thicker in some places. Or as I'm using it, it looks really thin. But I don't know if that's because I have it stretched out at the moment. I can tell that this is not going to be the yarn you need to frog with. So I don't think I would use this on a project that I'm unsure of and that I might end up having to frog some of the pattern. You know, I wouldn't use it on I personally wouldn't use it on a pattern that I'm not super sure about and that I might have to frog some stitches or a row, because it does not feel like it would frog well. I think it would just be tangled up. I'm not really enjoying using this yarn. My opinion. I bet lots of people out there just love it and think it is the greatest yarn for them. But for me, I'm not just loving it. And that is just an honest review. I do like the way this green is kind of changing colors. It's darker and now it's a lighter green. I like that. I need to jump over here to this chain 2 space. Let me pull some yarn out. And I hope this doesn't come out as curly as that first section did. And see, there's another little knot in there. And same thing. This strand of yarn is going through that strand of yarn. I don't know how well you can see that. You probably can't see it at all. Okay, that worked out. Just don't think this would be the yarn that you want to frog with. Well, so that's 3. I'll chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets here. Okay, this may not be the yarn for me. I'm having difficult with it. It's not just going smoothly. It's just wanting to grab. Yeah, I feel like I'm fighting with the yarn. Okay, and slip stitching over to my corner there. Okay, that's what I have going on so far, and I don't know, I think the stitches kind of look nice, but I would like to see it as it changes color. So I'm going to keep working on this yarn. This tail back here is just driving me crazy, so I'm going to weave it in. I'm going to go ahead and weave it in, and then I'm going to crochet up with this a little more and come back and just tell you guys, show you how it's looking and tell you, what I really think. Okay, friends, I wanted to come back and show you how this yarn is working up. I do love how it played out. The colors worked up and played out. It looks beautiful. I love the stitches. They look very, very nice. The stitches do, and it looks great. It really does. But I'm going to be honest, I did not enjoy working with this yarn. It's okay, but there's yarns out there I love way more than this, and so this is not going to be a repeat purchase for myself. I'm sure plenty of people out there really do like this yarn, and that is great. We are not all the same. This is only my opinion, and my opinion only, and if you haven't used the yarn and you have the means to do so, I encourage you to give it a try for yourself so you can see if you agree or disagree with me. We don't have to agree, by no means, but in my opinion, it works up nicely. It is a very beautiful yarn. It is. The granny square here is beautiful, as you can see. I'm not enjoying working with it. So, I don't know how I would rate it on a number scale, but it's not a repeat purchase for me. I'm gonna finish off the square, and this should be 8 rounds on this square for me. Oh gosh, it is really just, you don't want to do a project with this that you're gonna have to frog. And if you're new here and you don't know what frog means, it means take your project out, take your stitches out, rip it back. But the colors in this are so beautiful. Isn't this just beautiful, beautiful colors? I do love that. I will be turning this into a granny square bag here in these Louisiana colors. So that is my goal, and I think I might have plenty of yarn here to finish one and maybe even make 2. I'm not quite sure on that. I might make all 4. I might make 4 of these granny squares, and then I know what I have left over has to be used up between the 2 handles, and so I would you know, kind of divide that in half, and the handles would be whatever size they come out. But I am wrapping up round 8. I'm gonna count and make sure I have 8 rounds before I, you know, fasten off and cut my yarn. It is a bit of a slippery yarn. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can count your rows. You can start here in your center and start at a cluster and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can go from your corner to your corner and count your rows. You're going to count clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 clusters. Each side will have 8 clusters, so I know that I went 8 rounds. But I do love the way this worked up. I do love the color, the richness. It does make a beautiful project, but I did not enjoy working with the yarn itself. So I give it a thumbs down. Tell me in the comments if you use the yarn, what you made with the yarn, if you enjoy working with this yarn. Is it a repeat purchase for you? Just tell me your thoughts. We don't have to agree. We can totally disagree. We're grown people. So guys, I thank you for watching, and I will be back with another video before you know it. See you guys later. Remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet, my friends.